It's Travel Tuesday. What are we going to be doing? We will be commemorating the World Tourism Day celebrated yesterday. We'll have a holistic conversation on Ghana's tourism sector and how to boost it.
Remember, this is the AM Club where you are a major part of the show. So do join us online with the hashtag the AM Club on all our handles at MX24GH.
You and I were two concert people.
Listen, I like this. I feel like we're doing an advert for a health or a medication. Or something to do with a cause towards health.
Oh my goodness.
Give £1 and save lives.
You should join the voiceover industry. You should really join.
No, you should. I mean, you're already in there, so.
Well.
Anyways, let's go.
Well, AM Club members. Oh God, we are back. We are back. It's Tuesday, like we said. Remember, you can reach us via our WhatsApp number 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. Throughout the show, send us your comments, voice notes, video reactions to all the stories we're going to cover on the show today.
Absolutely. And it's now time for our daily dose of him. Hashtag my daily dose of him. And our message for you today is from Kevin Hart.
One of my favorite people. Kevin Hart is one of my favorite people.
I love him. I feel like he used to be funnier back in the days than he is.
I mean, he used to be very funny. I don't
watched
know
his maybe maturity as well, and just progressing in the industry. Yeah. Well, he says that his attitude towards life and success is very inspiring. So please do have a look.
You know, we're all writing a book. What's your book look like? What does your fucking book look like? Like your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book? How good was your book? What was the ending to your book? If the ending to my book can be so amazing because of all that was done, not the money, all that was accomplished, the first to do, the man that did this, he caused the merger between this. Because of his commitment and growth to this, the communities were then given this, made education this, gave books, gave computers, gave all of the things that can be associated with you and your existence become a part of the chapters in your book. So my drive is about my book. I was a New York Times #1 bestseller. I'm writing another book.
You writing a book right now?
Yeah, what happens if you are a 2-time New York Times #1 bestseller? If you get to 2, what happens if you get to 3? Hey man, how do books become successful? Who publishes them? I want to start a publishing company, Heartbeat Publishing. Why not? That's the thing. All I'm doing is sparking the awareness in others to go, why not? Why can't I create? Why can't I start? Why can't I be a business? Why can't I be a CEO? Why can't I be a tech guru? There's so much that some people just don't understand they can do. Let me be a spark to show how many different things. You don't have to do just one thing. When it's all said and done, my book is going to be full of all the shit that Kevin Hart did. Because I never was content with doing just 1, 2, or 3. Why not? I find a light in every dark tunnel. I will find a goddamn light, man. I hear it all. Listen, when I tell you the weight on my back is so heavy of all the stuff that I deal with, and I'm fine. The reason why I'm fine is because I'm genuinely happy. I'm happy. And I'm not happy just because of the success. The success acts as a bonus. I'm happy because I truly know the definition and the feeling that comes with happiness. I truly know it. I felt it. Look what I done did. Look what I built. These people depend on me. I provide for these people. That makes me happy. That makes me happy when my daughter comes up. Dad, you're not only my dad, you're my best friend. Yo, I'm happy. That's my world. So everything else from the outside that comes in, you're throwing shit at a bubble that can't be popped. It's a force field around me.
Yeah.
It's a force field around me because what really matters, loves me wholeheartedly. And when you have that and you understand that, you're unbreakable. I try to put out the light of positivity Because whoever's out there, I don't know what it could do for somebody else. But somebody else may just simply look at me and say, yo, the way that this man doesn't stop and the way that every day he wakes up and he's just positive regardless of what's going on makes me realize that this shit ain't so bad. Somebody probably needed to hear that. The more that I can give that out and I can take my platform to throw good energy out, I'm doing my part. My true understanding is, all right, you got one life. And that one life, the goal for us is to live it to the best of our ability from the beginning to what's said the end. You know, we're
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the AM Club Live on MX24, and there you have it by our very own Kevin Hart. And that was a very inspiring document right there to keep you gingered this morning. Anyways, it's now time for it's now time for Coffee Daily, and we are going to recap the trending stories within the last 24 hours. And our very dear Godwin is on standby to start with the very first story.
I haven't said you're looking very beautiful this
morning.
You're
looking so good too.
I love this.
Like, I love you in a suit.
You know?
I don't know, it just suits your body, your structure.
You know what, we said lifestyle, so I was like, you know what, let's do lifestyle, but I think I'm back to my old ways.
I like it, but then on Fridays you do throw in a bit of a casual smile, and I still love that as well.
Stuff. I love the dress. Who's this by?
I rock GH.
Hey, you don't even know who you're wearing.
I rock GH.
And I tell you, I like the way I don't know what you do to your hair every time, but it's always different and it's very nice. You look good.
Thank you.
Anyways, enough of Edma. Let's jump into the trending stories in the last 24 hours. And let's go to Takoradi, where the Takoradi Harbour Circuit Court A in the Western region has granted bail to Josephine Penny Mensah, the woman at the center of the alleged fake kidnapping and pregnancy. She was admitted to a bail of 50,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. Josephine was charged with deceiving public officers and publication of false news. But presenting their case, the accused person pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The lead counsel of the suspect, Philip Fifi Bachman, argued that the charges leveled against his client are misdemeanors. Let's check out what he said.
The accused person, the court granted her bail, and that she would have to reappear on the 14th of October 2021 for CMC to be done. That is for prosecution to bring all their documents that they intend to rely on for us to go on with the matter. So she has been granted bail. The charges against her were deceiving a public officer and publication of false news that she was missing, deceiving the public officer that she was pregnant, and just publishing a false news that she had been kidnapped. These are the offenses that was preferred against her. It is the court that will determine the actual confession and whatever, and that will, if indeed they present something of that sort, then we have to go through mini trial. When you talk about mini trial, while the case is going on, even when that statement was taken, the investigator will stand in the box and we cross-examine him as to the veracity of the confession. No, they added the kidnap issue, so we will go into all. In fact, we will go into all. We will look at the pregnancy and we will look at the kidnap issue. That is what they have preferred against her. So we will look into all.
As a lawyer, do you have doubts about the work done by the police so far? You are the lawyer for the defense.
Yes, I cannot have doubts. The only thing is that they will have to present whatever they have. When they present it, then I punch holes. We punch holes into it, subject it to cross-examination. That is to go through fire. If it stands the test of time, it is justice we want. It is not just that we want to defend, but we want justice to be done. That's misdemeanor. That's misdemeanor. It means that if she is found guilty and going to be sentenced, it will be not more than 6 months.
Per the charges?
Per the charges that they brought. We shall look into the substantive matter 14th October going.
Perhaps the biggest trending story in the country right now. This case is just making the rounds on social media, and everybody's weighing in on it. Let's check out what you have been saying on social media, especially Twitter, the fun place. So, comment coming in from Elsie's Opinari says, Josephine Penny Mensah, the woman at the center of the controversial alleged fake pregnancy and kidnapping case in Takoradi, has pleaded not guilty in a first appearance in court on Monday. Hashtag Elsie Opinari. Okay. Emmanuel Samani says, Josephine Penyumenza says she bought her fake pregnancy belly bump for 30 Ghana cedis from the Takoradi markets. Okay, I don't know why I'm laughing. 30 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And now she's paying 50,000 Ghana cedis for bail. Crazy. And you can actually buy a belly bump at the Takoradi market circle.
Can you? I don't know, I've never been.
That's what, according to the streets.
Silicone ones.
Yeah. But why are they selling belly bump?
I mean, maybe for movie purposes, creative.
At the market?
Yeah, creative art purposes. You never know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can find anything. It's a market. That's what the market is for. You find anything there.
Yeah, but you don't, some things you don't just easily find it on the market. Some things shouldn't be easily found on the market. You understand?
Like a silicone belly bump?
Yes, this is where you go to a special place, maybe, I don't know, like you said, an artistic place, somewhere they sell.
But you find everything at the market. Everything is there.
Imagine the number of people walking around pregnant in Takoradi right now because of 30 Ghana cedis. Anyways, now Yanum at casting_ says, now Yanum are changing the narrative from regional minister fabricating a story to feminism, societal norms against barren women. You know them by their fruits indeed. He's defending the government and how, people backlashed the regional minister when he came out.
But there has been many reports also for the suspects to go through psychiatric counseling or training because they feel like it's more to do with the psychological side of it than basically the physical side of it.
And this one is between God and her. Yeah. But let's check out the tweets. Can we? Okay, all right. That's all the tweet we have.
Oh, okay, so now let's move on to the famous Ejura clash. So the 3-member committee set up to probe circumstances leading to the clash between security personnel and residents of Ejura, which led to the death of 2 persons on June 29, have published their report. In the report, they made 10 recommendations for the consideration of the government. However, the family of late Ibrahim Mohammed, properly known as Kaka, has described the report by the 3 committee of the inquiry into disturbances at Ejuri as one that is fraught with factual inaccuracies. The brother of the late Kaka, Nafui Mohammed, who spoke on Eyewitness News on Monday, said the findings and recommendations of the committee are completely problematic.
Well, not to say so much about this particular issue. Let's check out what the committee came out with.
Yes,
their recommendations, if we can. But before that, of course, this issue is such a big deal. But let's go straight to the recommendations. The committee recommends, number 1, adequate compensation for the families of the 2 deceased persons, namely Abdul Nasser Yusuf and Mutala Suraj Muhammad. Adequate compensation must also be paid to other injured persons, namely Louis Ayikba, 20 years, Awal Misbah, 16 years, and Nasif Nuhu, 30 years. These are the names known to the committee. The committee also recommends the immediate transfer of the District Police Commander of Ejura, DSP Philip Kojo Hammond, first for his incompetence in handling the situation and for the fact that his relationship with the community seems to have been damaged beyond repair. Number 3, the committee recommends the structural expansion of the Ejura police station and an increase in personnel. Number 4, we recommend the removal of the Ejura Sechodumase Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Muhammad Salisu Bamba, since the continuous presence as MCE would exacerbate the already tense security situation in Ejura. Still on the recommendations by the committee, number 5, it says it is further recommended that the military establishment review the actions of the section on the ground led by Lieutenant Martin Opoku Edusei for the inappropriate use of force and apply appropriate sanctions. We further recommend the training of RegSec, or the Regional Security Council, MUSEC, Municipal Security Council, and DISEC officials in the Ashanti region in conflict and crisis management at the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College at least once every year. Number 7, the committee recommends the development of a joint standard operative procedure for military/police operations, including roles for indispensable allied agencies like the National Investigations Bureau, NADMO, Ghana National Fire Service, National Ambulance Service, etc. We further recommend that the NCCE, National Commission for Civic Education, should intensify its public education in relation to the rights, obligations, and civic responsibilities of the people of Ejura. Number 9, it is further recommended that all crowd riot crisis control units be made to wear body cams, and all vehicles and mobile gadgets employed must also have cameras. Lastly, we recommend the establishment of a sports and other recreational facilities in Ejura under the Zongo Development Fund so as to rechannel the energies of the youth. I totally agree with the last one. That's such a smart, thing to say.
I think the energies need to be diverted into something more productive and something else. I definitely agree with the last one.
I love this. I love this.
Anyways, let's move on to the Bank of Ghana. It has announced plans to gradually phase out the 1 and 2 cedis notes from circulation. Addressing the press, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, said the central bank will not print any more of the 1 cedi and 2 cedis notes when those in circulation are phased out. According to him, they are not cost effective in terms of the printing cost. He also explained that these notes circulate very widely and they come back very torn and soiled, which make them very difficult for the currency processing machine to process. He also added that the 2 denominations will be replaced by the 1 cedi and 2 cedis coin. I agree.
I totally agree.
I agree.
I mean, I don't like coins, but
that is cost effective and is the right way to go, because for the boys you take 1, for the boys you take 2, and by the time it goes around the country, gets back to the bag, I mean, it's torn and soiled and you can't really do anything with it. And that would also go against the economy in a sense that once it piles up in terms of...
get rid of them and
exactly, and that is waste of
costly.
Money. Yeah,
true. I agree with the Bank of Ghana on this one as well. Let's check out what Twitter users have been saying about this particular topic. Letting go 1 Ghana and 2 Ghana cedi notes for coins. Financial Derek, or at Andy_Derek1 says, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, said both the 1 Ghana cedis and the 2 Ghana cedis notes would eventually be phased out because they are not cost effective in terms of the printing. At Kweku Bodam FOC says, how will we get our change? How will we get our change? Coins. That's what the Bank of Ghana is saying. As Schofield says that's why they introduced the coins. That one is more durable. Indeed. As Digits Dawn says, collection will start from 5 cedis then. Yes, we dinkuni.
All you be here is clop in the basket money basket money. What is it called? Offering bowl. Offering bowl. That's the one. If your church has one of the metal ones, like the metal looking ones, the grey ones, when you drop it, will go.
Everybody knows that you drop 1 Ghana cedi. The Bank of Ghana has disclosed that the 1 Ghana cedis and 2 Ghana cedis notes will be cleared off the system soon. No more collection for churches. But, okay, guys, listen. What makes you think that in churches people just give 1 Ghana cedis and 2 Ghana cedis?
I'm sure the average Ghana, or the majority.
Everywhere money is collected, there's going to be 1 Ghana cedi and 2 Ghana cedis.
Absolutely.
Why do they make it look like the church is a place to, when it comes to offering, that's when you give, please, we give him 50s.
Small.
Hey, we are sorry.
We are sorry.
Where I come from, we give in 50s. We don't do that here, please.
Oh,
we beg you.
Sorry. We are sorry. Me, I give what I have. So if at that particular moment I have
2 Ghana cedis.
2 Ghana cedis. Yes, I'll give 2 Ghana cedis because that's what I have, and it's from my heart. So God will appreciate
Someone who just got an iPhone 13.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In 2 days. Oh no, I can't say this on TV, but Dr. Molekoko said, I'm sorry. Dr. Molekoko says, Bank of Ghana to stop printing 1 Ghana cedi and 2 Ghana cedi notes soon. And then he posts the pictures and adds the caption, GH Pastors.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness. You guys are hilarious.
Okay, so Ghana currently has 1 cedi, 2 cedis, 5 cedis, 10 cedis, 20 cedis, 50 cedis, 100 cedis, and 200 cedis in notes, whilst 1 pesewa, 10 pesewas, 20 pesewas, 50 pesewas, and 1 cedi and 2 cedis are coins.
Anyways, let's move away from some of those local stories and do sports. Arsenal's Thomas Partey, Ajax's Kudus Mohamed, and Fiorentina's Alfred Duncan have been named in coach Milovan Rajvac's provisional 32-man squad to face Zimbabwe in 2 World Cup qualifiers next month. Partey and Kudus missed Ghana's games against Ethiopia and South Africa earlier this month due to injury, while Duncan was left out by then head coach CK Akono. The list includes Sweden Town FC goalkeeper Jojo Walcott, who has been giving his first international call-up. Asante Kotoko youngster Donald Ibrahim makes a return to the squad. Black Stars hosted Zimbabwe at the Cape Coast Stadium on October 9 before traveling to Harare for the reverse fixture on October 12. Let's check out the lineup by Milovan Rajvac, and there you have it on your screen. Provisional Black Stars squad goalkeepers, you have it: Lawrence Atizigi from FC ST Garland, Richard Atta from Accra House of Oak, Ibrahim Danlad, I beg your pardon, Asante Kotoko, Jojo Walcott from Sweden Town. And in the defense, we have Philemon Bafor from Dreams FC, Andrew Yadon from Reading FC, Ismail Ganiyu from Asante Kotoko, Gideon Mensah, Bordeaux, Abdul Rahman, Reading FC, Daniel Amate, Leicester City, Joseph Adu, Celta Vigo, Jonathan Mensah, Columbus Crew, Alexander Jiku, Strasbourg. And in the midfield, we have Thomas Partey, of course, from Arsenal, Baba Idrisu from Real Mallorca, Alfred Duncan from Fiorentina, Emmanuel Lomote from Amiens, Mubarak Wakaso, Shenzhen FC, Wakaso, Mohamed Kudus, Ajax Amsterdam, Majid Ashimeru, RSC, Kofi Chre, St. Pauli, Abdul Fattah Wishaku, Steadfast FC. And then in forwards, we have Andrew Ayew, of course, Andrew Ayew. I was going to add Pele to it. Andrew Ayew, outside FC. Kamaldeen Suleiman Arens, Tariq Fosu Henry, Brentford FC, Joel Famia, Orenburg, Yao Yabwa, Worcester, Krakow, Samuel Owusu from Al Fayah FC, Jordan Ayew, of course, from Crystal Palace, Caleb Kuban from Genoa, Emmanuel JC Spezia, and Benjamin Teta Yeni Malatyaspor. Wow. I like this squad. It sounds
I like the fact that, I mean, Milo did give a press statement or a press during a press release. He did mention that he's not going to just select anybody. It's per your performance that he's going to select you. So if you play locally and he feels like your performance is up to national team standards, he's definitely going to add you. So everybody has a chance to play for the national team, in which I felt like it was a great thing. It's not, you know, because of you are this person or you are this person that you're going to make the national team. It's because of your performance and how you play football that you're going to make the national team. So it's giving everybody an opportunity, which I like. And
Milovan has held a team before twice.
Yeah,
he did amazingly well with the team. In fact, he's been the most successful with the Black Stars. So I kind of like have hope. I don't know.
Me too. I feel like it's going to bring a new culture.
I think so.
To the team, which I like. Yeah.
Anyways, let's hope. Let's be positive about that. Now, away from Ghana, let's look at match day 2 in the UEFA Champions League. PSG will be taking on Manchester City tonight. RB Leipzig will be taking on Club Brugge. Also, FC Porto, Portuguese side, will be facing Liverpool tonight at 7 p.m. AC Milan versus Atletico Madrid also tonight at 7 p.m. Then you have Ajax versus Besiktas, which is happening at 4:45 p.m. Dortmund versus Sporting Lisbon, also 7 p.m. tonight. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Inter Milan, and Real Madrid versus Sheriff Tiraspol happening tonight.
Wow, a lot of games ahead. I'm excited. Anyways, let's move on to the world of social media. And the head of Instagram has announced that Instagram is pausing the planned version of the social media software Instagram Kids, aimed at those younger than 13. The development comes after backlash that the social media service caused anxieties and mental health issues to teenage girls. According to some US lawmakers and advocacy groups, Instagram has failed to protect kids online, hence the opportunity to this initiative. However, Instagram argues that kids are already online and developing age-appropriate experiences designed specifically for them will be more helpful. And I agree.
But I don't know how they're going to tell, because if a kid is signing up to regular Instagram, they ask you your age anyways.
Yes, they do. Unless they have to do something that has parental guidance or something that involves parents signing up for them. But right now, even these days, as soon as you push out a baby, the baby comes out, the baby has an Instagram page. Even prior to when the baby's in the mother's stomach, it has an Instagram page. So it's like, how do you protect it? And I don't understand why they are just targeting teenage girls. I mean, teenage boys are also online, and I feel like they're equally affected. Why just girls? Both genders are equally affected. It doesn't have to be broad. It doesn't. I understand you though, but it's like almost, why do you people do that? As soon as we say teenage girl, it has to be teenage boys. No, I'm just saying that.
What about men?
No, I'm just saying that just teenagers in general have been affected.
Teenage girls.
Teenagers,
the majority, that's what we were saying. Yes,
they are, but teenagers in majority, Godwin, in majority.
There's no hidden agenda behind this.
Teenagers, okay, have been affected. It does not matter because boys are also included. Well, so teenagers have been affected by Instagram. I think that's more appropriate.
Well, there's YouTube Kids and there's YouTube too, so maybe this could work.
Exactly. Anyways, away from Coffee Daily, it's now time for us to deep dive into the world of entertainment with our boy Kavoy. He's on standby. Stay with us.
What, everybody? Welcome. Hey, what's going on over there? Somebody saw that they fell just now. What's happening? Everybody all right?
Satan has fallen. Yeah,
we're fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Continue with your intro, by the way.
I was just scared. Guys, you don't know it's Travel Tuesdays inside the AM Club Zine, and I bring you MX Breaks. That brings you all the updates in lifestyle and entertainment in Ghana, and of course around the globe. Now that I know that my team members are okay, you guys are fine? You sure?
Wow.
Everything is cool.
I like
everything good.
Cool, casual Tuesday look.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, man. I like nothing is happening for
you. Mix it with the formal and
yes. I like it. I feel like, you know what? Like, you know, when you're having like a Zoom meeting and you know that they're only going to see like the top bit of your
That's what he's doing, yeah.
If it was that they were only seeing this part of me, I don't even wear cool shirts.
I know. Anyway, take us away.
Yeah, you don't know, guys, you can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. At KEVOIB. See? Now, Kwame Eugene is back with another feature. The rock star hasn't been on any new song recently, but his latest collaboration has got people talking. The song Abodi by Captain Planet featuring Kwame Eugene sounds eerily similar to Yiko by Ochiame Kwame that also featured Kwame Eugene. Hey, so many people named Kwame. We've got a quick video for you, so let's check that out.
Captain to the planet, rockstar. We didn't come here to play. Very good bad guy. Bobby your matamu pese many beji mo viase kamedeka tiebana me shempase toma no be gone timishiba no ma pake I'm a pake we obi ai o time be kumu we obi ai Treasure, me a national treasure. Yes, what do TV said a damn like them cigarette. Been 2K, Joe, and the elevate. Nobody here fit to intimidate. And your girlfriends have see the back for a date. Blessings from blessings, low key, that they learn all my lessons.
Hey, guys, you have to let me know if there are similarities, because guess what happened? I don't know the songs. You understand? So if you guys find similarities, you should let us know. And if you guys see similarities, you should let us know on our Instagram,
the songs,
on our social media.
I was saying it has the same,
same kind of flow.
Do you know the one with Chami Kwame?
Yeah, the guy that was on the thing.
You don't hear that song? Oh, of course.
Or maybe I did.
Yeah, no, you have, but you just don't know. Yeah,
exactly.
I think it has slightly like the same melody, or maybe the sample.
Gotcha.
Anyways.
Anyway, guys, now Simone Biles had a rough year, and in her latest interview, the young gymnast opened up about Tokyo 2020. She shared that in hindsight, she would have removed herself before even attempting the Olympics. Wow, she's so young. The gymnast spoke of how much her mental health had been and has been suffering following abuse and trial of Dr. Nassar, a gymnast doctor who abused over 150 young gymnasts, despite sufferers reporting him. Now, Biles equated her time at the Olympics to someone who sleeps and wakes up blind, but is still expected to go about their job. Well, at least now she says she's on the road to recovery, and I am happy for her. Zayn, big up yourself, Simone Biles. You don't know, it's not the end of the road. Now, off to jail he goes. Musician R. Kelly has officially been convicted and sentenced to 150 years behind bars. Why? Why 150 years? Who you ever say live to see 150? I don't understand. Anyways, in one very public and drawn-out trial, R. Kelly had been accused for years of molesting underage women, amongst a host of other things.
It means, you know what? You're not coming out this life. You're not coming out your next life. Your next life, you'll probably still be in there. Spend like quarter of it there. Like, you're there.
We knew he was guilty.
It's sad.
Yeah, but this is such a... I still don't understand how someone so great can fall so hard.
Talented.
But that's the thing, you know when we see celebrities, we idolize their talent because they're extremely talented, but we do not know their personal life. We don't know what they do behind closed doors. So when things like this come out, we're like, oh my God, but he's so talented, he's so great.
Yeah.
And then we don't know what he's doing behind closed doors.
But
and
you know what's funny?
That's
A lot of gifted people are usually troubled.
They are.
A lot of gifted people are usually troubled. Yeah.
That is so true. Artistic people, especially artistic, true artists have such... I don't know, it's like a heavy burden comes with your
being
art.
so creative.
It's usually some dark past that gives them the inspiration for their
for what they do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's true.
And this is such a great lesson for anybody who's you know, in the media or you know, has and even regular people. Honestly,
absolutely.
You cannot just throw your life away like that. Like, well, you know what they say? They say a little folly is not fit for a king. So whilst you're living your life, you just remember that as a king, a little folly is not even allowed. And it's not allowed at all. Else you just shatter everything.
With that said, R. Kelly is one of my favorite songwriters.
I know.
He's very talented. Like, we cannot take away the fact that he's extremely talented, and he has given us hit by hit by hit over the years. Exactly, which we still play. But I mean, this is what he does. This is who he is behind closed doors, and we can't take away from that. 150 yeyears. There you go.
Well, I mean, urinal boss. Go and big up yourself in prison. They're going urinal boss on you. Could be worse. Now, guys, today is Travel Tuesdays, so I've always been giving you guys beaches, and rivers, and blah blah blah. Today, I'm going to give you guys a tourist site.
Okay.
And this one is called Rose Hall Great House.
Wow, it looks like a colonial castle.
It was owned by a white woman. Her name was Annie Palmer.
Okay.
Zin. And Annie Palmer, they described her as a white witch. So apparently she used to have sex with the slaves on her plantation and take their souls
away.
Oh yeah. So apparently this place is haunted. But they organize tours and everything to it, and they do all the
please.
The extra scary things.
I feel like the architecture back in the days from the colonial masters all had the same architectural structure. Because even when you go to like Cape Coast, it looks very
and they're replicating these buildings. I mean, this looks like, have you seen Dynasty?
Dynasty. Yeah.
So they look at this stuff and then they rebuild it. I think somebody should just buy this house and make it
Nice.
No. Right now, it's a big attraction. So people go there to get married. They have a restaurant there.
But it's beautiful.
They have
it's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, you tour inside because they've restored inside of it.
Yeah.
So you can go inside. You can see the house. They do all types of things.
That is very educative.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It is.
Rose Hall, great house.
I'll take you to Elmina very soon. Have you been there? Have you been to Elmina? Yeah.
Elmina?
Yeah.
I've been to a castle in Cape Coast. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, no, so it's not Elmina. Yeah, that's the
The one where there's a gate of no return. That's
yeah,
Cape Coast Castle.
Yeah. Anyway, do you guys have anything for me?
Well, today is Travel Tuesday, so you have to watch the show and find out.
All right. No problem. I don't have problem. Anyway, guys, this says MX Lifestyle and Entertainment inside the AM Club. My name is Kefoy B. Little more. Big up yourself.
Okay, and that's about it for Coffee Daily today. I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed Coffee Daily today. I think we didn't have too many of bad news to give out there, so I'm happy. But anyways, it's now time for Lifestyle Daily. Is coming next, and today we're going to be educating you on how to protect yourself with the rising rates of crime in our society.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, enjoy Benzema by Gucci.
Your love will make a girl you want to love you ceaselessly. You be my sweetness, oh. You be my sweetness, oh. Your body set the body fire, body got me breathless, oh. Boy, you got me feeling so blessed, oh. I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my They wanna know how we run the show. They wanna know your energy, my remedy. Body set the back, melody. Pull up, till it bam bam. I like this your lamba, boy, this your body bam bam. Oh yeah, pull up, till it bam bam. Today I give you lamba, boy, this your body bam bam. Yeah. I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my I like this all your body bam yeah, pull it to the bam bam. Today I give you lamba, boy, this your body bam bam. I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my I go crazy, I go dance, I go break in my waist, in my head, in my head, in my head, in my. You dey play, you dey score, you be bouncing, my Gucci baby.
Opinions are like onions. Everybody has one.
Abortion is a no-no. As a human being, you must take responsibility for all your actions and inactions. Your misjudgment shouldn't be enough grounds to take a life.
No. I disagree with you because look, if you do not legalize it, people will go to quack doctors anyway who might end up not just kill the baby, but the mother as well.
Why should I waste my time, join a long queue under the hot sun to vote for a political party, knowing very well that nothing would be achieved at the end of the day?
Something will be achieved. It's your civic responsibility to turn out to vote. Vote and vote for a good leader.
Governments need to cater to every graduate, diversify the economy, invest in other sectors.
But the government cannot do it all. That is why we need the youth to take up the mantle and set up their own businesses. That is how we will create economic viability.
Here on Opposing Views, we take your views my views and the views of the experts and put them in the right context for you, our discerning viewers.
Hey, Abrantia, Aketesia, Ibi Family, Chale, MX24. My baby, must say, baby, about them people that do Mumma and bad.
Hey guys, this is your girl, Bishasha.
This is the best MC, best hype man in Ghana 2020. I beg you, success, the highest MC. Keep watching MX24.
It is fun, it is fearless, it is factual.
What's up, GH? Welcome to MX Beats, your official entertainment and lifestyle home. And every single week, we're bringing you your favorite artists.
Say cheese, take a picture. Shag a pose, make a see, take a picture.
What's the name?
Indeed, we also bring you exclusives in music videos, interviews. Honestly, we have got you covered right here on MX Beats. Who is this?
Okay.
Oh, I love this.
I think I know what this is. This is an OG. This guy is not even a footballer. Look what he's
What did I say? They like vintage. What did I say? Jay-Z, baby.
On this show, we help unearth new talent, write the right mix of music to boost your energy.
Big man, big things, yeah. Tin shoes, big things, yeah. You figure say we they come joke me as I they come, my mind was plenty.
My name is Jason Elaine.
My name is Miss Drew.
My name is DJ Vorosky, and I'm here to give you the best of music.
The most is the news that hits closest to home. Politics, business, lifestyle, entertainment, whatever. Once it breaks, we are there.
If it touches you, your family, your community, or your safety, we've got it covered. You need to know what is happening in and around Ghana and on the international scene.
This is MX24 News.
What questions are on your mind? Does partisanship permeate every aspect of Ghanaian life? Can Africans truly run their own affairs without a need for foreign aid? Do you have absolute confidence in the ability of security agencies to come to your aid when you need it? Do the emergency lines in this country even work? For answers to these and more, join me, Noang Falong, on MX24.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on MS24 with the AM Club, and it's now time for Lifestyle Daily. And in today's episode, we will have an educational session on personal security. So in the face of the recent threats and attacks by miscreants in Africa and other parts of the world, coupled up with the steady rise in crime here in Ghana, personal security and safety has become imperatives. Personal security is basically the feeling that comes after sufficient measures are taken to delay, warn or detect possible crime. Personal security will protect you from physical violence, domestic abuse and predators. Individual safety is personal protection, and it can no longer be compromised if we are to avoid threats to our lives. For instance, it should be possible for every individual to identify any form of security breach at home or office, such as faulty locks, poorly installed cameras and broken windows, etc. However, personal security is often overlooked, ignored, or never even thought of. Most people go about their daily lives and routines without a thought of potential danger lurking nearby them. Just because it was safe last time doesn't mean it will be safe this time, okay? So, taking precautions doesn't hurt anybody at all. And that is why today we are going to have this essential conversation. But before we get into it, remember, you are a major part of the show. So please do send us your experiences and questions on personal security via our WhatsApp number, which is 0550-331-511, or tweet us at MX24 with the hashtag DAMClub and share your experience with us. Okay, so joining us on this conversation, we have Adib Sani, who is a security analyst and the executive director of JATK. Did I pronounce that right?
On point.
Oh, thank you. So JATK Center for Human Security and Peace Building. Welcome to the AM Club.
My pleasure.
Oh, it's such a great honor to interview you.
It's a great honor to be on the show with you as well.
Thank you very much. You know,
beautiful studios.
Thank you. Thank you. Just because of what you said, I'm officially making you a member of the AM Club.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have the conversation on personal security, which I know that is a huge topic and is a huge or essential conversation to be had across the world, really and truly, because we are recording high rates of crime, especially here in Ghana. So how do one protect themselves? How do one notice that maybe I'm getting myself into danger, or maybe I finished work around 7 p.m. and I'm walking, it's dark, there's no lights in my area. How do I protect myself? So these are the kind of conversation we're going to have today. But before we start the conversation, I want to ask you, how would you explain the term personal security?
Well, personal security simply means to be safe. I mean, to be safe from harm, and of course, most importantly, from the fear of harm. So even if you are safe, the community in which you live, there's no robbery ongoing. However, the fear of harm coming to you is insecurity. So personal security goes beyond just harm not coming your way, but even having that psychological peace of mind. That's simply personal security.
And would you say that the conversation when it comes to personal security here in Ghana has been slightly overlooked, or we don't even have it at all?
We have it, but it's not enough. As a result, it would interest you to know that a lot of Ghanaians are nonchalant about their security. We are so indifferent. As a matter of fact, it is safe to describe us as firefighters. I mean, I do security systems. You see someone put up a multi-million-dollar edifice, then you ask the person to invest 2,000 cedis on security, and he feels like, this area is safe, there's no problem. But immediately something happens, that is where you have them coming at you, wanting security solutions. 90% of my clients are people who have had insecurity issues in their homes before they come around. When Professor Bennett was killed around Ajurin-Gano area, I had a lot of people coming from that area wanting me to improve their security. So it's important we go beyond being reactive to rather being proactive when it comes to personal security. But most importantly, education is key. People are, let me put it, ignorant. I mean, would you believe that still people fall for, oh, my brother, I mistakenly sent 2,000 Ghana cedis. Please send it back to me. Would you believe that?
Listen. I was a victim of that, so don't do that. You're hurting my feelings. I mean,
it's very common. It's very common. And now they have different ways
of doing it.
And, you know, you have people who forward to you every link someone sends to them. The last
just
one
click
being,
and then it's a virus.
Exactly. Malcolm celebrating 20 years, so click here for free gifts. Or click here, Emirates anniversary. They are giving free visa to, you know, Dubai. If it was that free, I would have been in Dubai by now. You know, so let's be careful about what we click on, and we should also think before we forward. You don't just believe anything you are sent online.
Exactly. I mean, I think cyber security is a whole different topic on its own when it comes to how we can protect ourselves online. But then today we really want to focus on how to protect oneself, like if I'm walking down as a young woman, as a young man, as an old woman or old woman, if I'm walking down the street, how do I protect myself and feel safe? So now on a scale of, let's say 1 to 10, how would you say that Ghanaians are educated when it comes to personal security? I mean, you did mention how we are like slightly ignorant about the subject in particular, but then on a scale to 1 and 10, what would you rate us? 2.
Yes.
2.
Yes. So abysmal. Very, very unfortunate. A lot of Ghanaians don't know what's going on. I mean, even social media habits should clearly indicate to you. Someone would be at moving pic, take video or do a video or snap with moving pic tag under it. I mean, you are traveling out of the country. Me, usually, of course, you would love to show off. Yeah, I went to Dubai. But I only do that when I return.
Yes.
Okay, but I don't do that when I'm away, because you are making the criminals know your movements, and that is not good enough. There's what we call profiling, especially before you are robbed. Okay, they or kidnapped. They profile you. They know your movements. At 7 a.m. you'll be here. At 8 a.m. you'll be there. So if you put every information there, with a click of a button, the criminals are able to know everything about you. Even our children, their names, their uniforms, where they school, what time we drop them at school, what time we pick them up from school, all of that. You know, we give out too much information online, and that is an indication of how indifferent we are to our personal security.
I mean, I think I remember a story of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West being robbed at the hotel in Paris because they posted the hotel that they were staying at. And that also contributed to people finding out where they were staying. And I know that, like you mentioned, sometimes we just want to, you know, show people that, yeah, we are here, we are enjoying life. But then also we need to consider our security as well. But then would you say people have this knowledge, or people believe or have this perspective that security or personal security is in the hands of the government or God? You know, so it's like, why should I go a step further to, you know, secure myself or make sure that I'm safe when the government or the Ghana Police Service, it's supposed to do that job? Or, you know, let me just pray to God and say, God, today, God willing, I'll come back home safely. So what would you have to say about that?
Well, that's a very intelligent question. It's a shared responsibility. Government has its part to play. We also have our part to play. Government provides the military, the police, the intelligence agencies, etc. They promulgate the right laws. Now we have a national security strategy. We have the cyber security policy. We have the Security and Intelligence Agencies Act. A whole lot of the arms and ammunitions, etc. Okay. However, it's not enough. For example, we have a police population of about 32,000. When you do the math, for each police officer, we have about 900 Ghanaians. And in urban areas such as Accra, Kumasi, it's even one police officer to over 2,000 citizens. Meanwhile, the UN standards recommends one officer to at most 500 citizens. So the ratio is not good enough. Meaning, we cannot have police officers everywhere all the time. Hence, the need for you to also take proactive steps to ensure your safety and the safety of your family. And it gives you peace of mind. I mean, yesterday I was driving and my concentration was on a vehicle behind me. I nearly bumped into another vehicle in front of me. You know, because of that lack of peace of mind. But when you take your personal security really seriously, that peace of mind is enough. So at least you and I would be doing what we are supposed to do to complement the efforts of the security services. They cannot do it alone. They need us.
Absolutely. Okay, so now what, as a citizen of Ghana, what are the measures I can take personally to protect myself and my family? Especially, we will talk about the one when you're at home, but then when I'm on the streets, when I'm in a certain community that I'm not very familiar with, when I'm driving and I feel like there's a car or motorcycle behind me or following me, like what are the measures I need to take to make sure that I'm safe?
First, we need to be alert at all times. Sometimes when I walk around, I behave like a child. I turn around just to pan around my environment.
Isn't that also taken away from your livelihood? It's like every single day you're alert. Every single, you don't get to really enjoy life.
That is what the world has become, my dear. We can't run away from it. Okay, so at all times you need to maintain that situational awareness. Okay. Secondly, we have to trust our instincts. Sometimes your instincts tells you, no, something is not right. But let me give you the benefit of the doubt. No, trust your instincts. And let us ask questions. I mean, when you get to an area, like you rightly mentioned, you don't know, we need to ask, even though Google Map is telling you to go there, but you still have to ask, perhaps it's a no-go area. Maybe there's a gang, the direction you're heading towards, and Google Maps might not be able to tell. When you are driving, you need to maintain that alertness, awareness. If you feel someone is following you, what you have to do is to drive to the nearest roundabout, drive round it like 2-3 times to ascertain for a fact whether the person is following you or not. If you go round and round and round and the person still is on your tail, drive to the nearest police station and seek help. If there's no police station, drive to the nearest public space and seek help. Let us avoid walking alone at night, especially a lady with a handbag. Of course, it's like saying, hello, criminals, come to me. I have something here in my handbag, okay? And usually in the thick of the night, there's no traffic, so why take shortcuts?
Yeah, just
use the main roads, which is brightly lit. Don't take shortcuts because you become an easy target. And as much as you can, sometimes, boys, would like to hang out in the night. Try to stay away from, so to speak, outside, especially in the thick of the night, unless it is a necessity, because at that time it becomes very dangerous, and you see all sorts of people drunk driving anyhow, especially in the night. So at least we are able to maintain that security for ourselves.
So one more before we have a surprise for you in the studio. So before we move on to that, I want to also know when it comes to gadgets, or certain safety gadgets that one used to protect themselves, because I have a registered pepper spray in my bag, and I've never used it before. I hope I'll never have to use it. Yes, but what are the things that one can buy, and what are also the laws and policies regulating those gadgets when you buy them? Because I know some people are also not aware that you probably have to register something as simple as a pepper spray.
Because the laws are silent on it. It was recently some stakeholders met and did a dictionary of all of these items, including tasers, pepper sprays, batons, and all that. But, at the policy level, I mean, we are being engaged, trying to put pressure on government to put it into law, so you would know the standards you're supposed, or processes you're supposed to go through, because the law is actually silent on it. Okay, but these are all tactical weapons. The criminals can have it and use it, but for guns it's quite specific. Okay, under the Arms and Ammunition Act, which was first promulgated in 1962. Then it reviewed 1972, and some other reviews were made later. Before you obtain a gun, you have to write to the Ministry of Interior. As it stands now, it has changed. First, it used to be Ministry of Trade. Then later, it became the government under a champion, but now it's to the Ministry of Interior to import or to buy. Okay, so the Ministry of Interior would ask the police to perform background checks on you. You should be beyond 18, you should be of sound mind, and you should have enough justification. You should be working on all that. Okay, so when they do the what we call evaluation, then you'll be given a permit, and the permit only lasts for 6 months. Okay, to buy the weapon from a registered guns dealer. They have dealers in town, and when you buy the weapon, it doesn't end there. You would need to acquire a license, which is supposed to be renewed every year, and per the police calendar, 31st December is the end of the year. So even if you acquire the weapon on 28th December,
you still have to
you have to renew it. Okay, and we have all sorts of weapons, but at the end of every year, at the beginning of every year, it has to be renewed. Unfortunately, a lot of Ghanaians don't. We have currently over 1.25 million of such guns in the system, but as at the close of last year, believe it or not, only 40,000 people renewed their licenses.
Wow, and that is a huge worry to the citizen and to the government as well. Anyways, now let's move on to, we have two gentlemen from the Ghana Judo Association, Andrew Saki Williams, who is a technical director at the Ghana Judo Association. We also have Kwab Asamoah, who is an executive director at the Ghana Judo Association. They are going to show us some skills as to how to defend yourself if you ever find yourself in a situation where you need to use force. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what are you going to perform to us, or what are you going to show us today?
Okay, I'm Kwab Asamoah, as Madam have said, with the Ghana Judo Association. I have the pleasure of being here with Sensei Williams, who has over 40 years of training and mentoring and coaching within this industry.
Okay.
So today we're going to show basic moves that you can do at home without having to go through extensive training that you can do to protect yourself in various scenarios.
Wow. Okay. So please do make sure that you take us through the steps, so somebody like me can learn, because I watch Karate Kids. Please show us how you do it.
So now we take it from here. A hand scissor. He seizes my hand. I can go. Supposing I have a bag, he's trying to pick it up. So I just move in, slap. I can continue from here. I try again, full hand scissor. And then you'll have to rest. Okay? You can do anything from him. You can slap, you can hit. Double. Double. So what is double hands? 2 hand scissor. Okay? You open up, you hit the groin of whoever it is. Hit the groin, change it up. You break it, you can throw him down, you can take him down. Okay? So, if a hit from a slap, you don't wait till the slap comes in. Up, hit. Okay? You go in here with a stop him. To the nose, whatever it is. You can do so many things. Break the bones, anything, because it's you. Your safety. Same way. You can have this. Okay, hit. So sorry. Okay, clear it. You move in. You can do so many things around him. So these are the basic things that you can. From behind, if I'm moving normally for rapes and other attacks, okay, how do you do this? Do this. Then you can go down from behind. Just throw.
Okay, I'm really loving the demonstration. However, do you think that somebody, let me use myself as an example. Me being a very small girl, very petite girl, can I lift somebody who is maybe 3 times bigger than me and then throw them on the floor? Or there's a particular technique that you use to lift weights with your small body?
Yes.
Okay.
Coach is going to show that judo is not about size or muscle.
Okay.
It is judo represents the gentle way because it is about leverage. And anybody, even a child who's 5 years old, can do the same move on me, understanding leverage.
Wow.
So coach is going to show a throw that we have that's pretty simple that anyone can do just using leverage.
Okay.
So let's assume he comes here, holds me. All that I need to do, wrap up to the waist. Keep this on. So you continue. You can do. This is a simple act. Same way, you can hit. When you have a good shoe, you can hit this portion. When behind, try to attack. You hit this so that you hit. You lift them. Okay? Then you can get him down. So all that you need to do, let's go down.
I think I want to try. I really want to try this move. Okay. So let me should I take off my shoes?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me take off my shoes.
For safety?
For safety reasons.
Okay, so I'm coming. So you do exactly the same way. You are a lady, come this way, come this way. You go in.
Yes.
And I look around, nobody coming. So we go, keep going. So I do this.
And what do I do?
Just hold my this.
Okay.
Hold my hand firmly.
Yeah.
Now hit my foot with
Okay.
your leg.
Okay.
No, the other one.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you stamp it, they go on your knee.
Okay. Okay. There you go. Guys, it's extremely easy to do. I just did this. I'm so proud of myself. But show us one more skill that one can learn to defend themselves when they find themselves in any situation here. So please go ahead.
Okay. Typically, sometimes you have people who want to attack you with a weapon. Okay, so it can come with a knife at you. Move out of the way. Control the wrist. Turn. Simple.
Okay. Wow.
The main thing is to make sure all you have to do is move out of the way. Okay, control the wrist. Turn the wrist. The person will go where the wrist goes.
Okay.
So you take the knife from here. You can do. If you don't mind, you can stab him. You won't kill him. You just.
Wow, brilliant. Well, thank you very much. That was an amazing demonstration by Andrew Saki Williams, who is a technical director at the Ghana Judo Association, including Gwab Asamoah, who's also a director executive at Ghana Judo Association. Yes. And where can we find you to go for training if we need to?
You can also go to the Ghana Judo Association. You can find us at various clubs. We have 23 clubs throughout the country, all the way from Sakumoto to Stadium, to Ridge, to Airport, and Sawam. If you go to our website, as well as Facebook, you can Google and find all the different clubs, GhanaJudo.com.
Oh, okay, well, thank you very much for that information, and thank you very much for coming on the AM Club. You both are officially AM Club members, whether you like it or not. I've officially initiated both of you, so thank you very much for coming. Okay, so let's come back on the situation or the conversation about personal security. Okay, so now we've spoken about how one can protect themselves as an individual. Now let's talk about your homes. Okay, if you want to protect your homes, I see that there are so many gadgets here on the table. So just take us through some of them and explain to us what they are for and how one can also acquire them.
Okay, good. So we need to invest in some of these security systems. Sometimes we feel they are too expensive. They are not expensive. You would know they are cheap. God forbid if thieves break into your home. For example, this one is a bulb. But there's a camera here.
Wow.
Yes, it's a fish eye camera. You're able to get a 360 view.
Inspector gadgets.
And I mean, wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to see what is going on.
Okay.
Then this one is an electric socket. It works. It's a normal electric socket. However, there's a camera there, and wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to see what is going on at home. But the good thing about these cameras, including these ones, all of these, the good thing about it is if there's a movement in your home, you are able to receive alerts.
Okay, so it's a sensor alert.
Exactly. And sometimes when you are away and your maid is at home with the children, you would need to know what's going on.
Definitely.
So you need to keep an eye on them. You can keep this in the living room, the kitchen, and other places. This is a hook for clothing.
Yes.
It can also be a camera, so it can be strategically positioned somewhere in the living room.
Wow.
And sometimes, this is a picture frame, right?
Yeah.
Good. But you can put a picture on it, but it's a camera. Okay, and it comes with this transmission devices at the back. So that one too.
Okay, James Bond. I feel like I'm talking to James Bond right here.
I mean, we have some. This is a baseball cap. Okay, it's a camera. And by the way, maybe you are in the office and there's some pilfering going on. You want to know what's going on at home or your bedroom, perhaps. You know, sometimes when cleaners get into the bedroom, they can be picky. This is a camera. It's a tissue box, a normal tissue box. But trust me, it will be difficult for you to tell where the camera is.
I can't. I'm trying to look at it.
It will be very difficult.
Hold on, let me see. Because I really want to see.
It will be very difficult to tell. It will be difficult.
I've seen it.
Really?
Yes, I've seen it.
I'll be amazed. I'll be surprised.
Right here.
Let me see.
It's very hard to notice, but yeah.
Unbelievable. This is the first time anyone has been able to tell where the camera is.
There you go.
Just
there
look.
You go. Yeah, you can't see it. You have to really see it.
And I mean, this is a dressing mirror, a tiny one you can have in the room. So, and of course, we have some tracking devices as well. Now, car snatching is very rampant. Recently, a friend of mine who does this transportation companies, I asked him to install trackers. Oh, there's no need. The day they stole one of his vehicles, he didn't want to go to bed without trackers on the rest of the vehicle. So don't wait. And this is simple, but please, not for your husbands, please.
Or your wives,
I don't want to be part of any divorce thing.
So what is that?
Don't buy. It's a tracker and it's magnetic. You can just place it under the vehicle and track the car without charging it. Clumsy me.
Yeah.
And you can track the car for months on end without charging it. Okay. It's a very strong magnet. Once you place it under the car, there's absolutely no way.
It's like the movies when they're like.
So you know, a lot of people approach me. I suspect my husband is after something. That one I won't sell.
Why always the husband? Why never the wife?
No. So what? You know.
I totally understand. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can purchase for your home.
Yes, a quick one. Usually, when those of us living out of town, like far from town, sometimes when you leave home, criminals break into the homes. Okay, but with these are motion sensors, and it comes with an alarm. Okay, so if there's any movement, as a matter of fact, if you are leaving your home, you arm it like your car, like the way you shut your car down. Okay. So with this, when you are leaving home, so that there will not be false alarm, you arm it. Any movement in the home, the system will not blare out a siren. It will not only blare out that siren, it will call your phone to let you know that there's someone in the home.
House.
Exactly.
Wow.
And sometimes we need these access devices as well. Access control. When I came in, I saw one. Maybe the office space. You wouldn't want people coming through your office. Recently, there was a theft incident at Bost. I don't know whether you saw that CCTV footage. Visitors can come in and out. You need access control. So before the person would be able to come in, a worker should be able to grant the person access before. So we need to invest in this CCTV cameras. As I sit here, I can see all that is going on in my home.
And then around your house as well.
And the good thing is I'm able to even sync all my systems. I can shut down the TV from my phone. I can shut down the fridge. So when I look and see that my children are watching a certain cartoon I don't like.
You know, this is all nice, but then is it affordable?
Very affordable.
That's a question.
Very, very affordable.
Okay.
I mean, it ranges between from 200 cedis, some as low as 100 cedis even. You know, there's a security device to fit every pocket.
Okay. Well, now let me move on to some WhatsApp messages. Good morning. With regard to security issues in Ghana, if care is not taken, citizens will begin to see the need to arm themselves, because if I'm attacked by armed robbers, I think I would have a better chance of protecting myself with a gun registered than waiting for the police. As a matter of fact, government should consider legalizing arms so we can all protect ourselves. I think this would give citizens and robbers an equal playing field. I would definitely not advise that.
It's legalized, by the way.
Yes, it has.
The process is stringent.
Yes. And this is by Vitus from Tamale. Okay, so this person says, good morning, I'm Christy and I'm enjoying your show. I want to extend my greetings to my family and my sweet husband. Please tell him that he is forever loved. Oh, Christy says you are forever loved, dear husband. Okay, so this person also said, hey, my name is Rasford. I am glad you are discussing personal security. I have a book and it's titled Security Tips for Everyday Living. It just bulleted tips covering loads of areas like workplace, schools, home, banks, ATMs, etc. Yes, so definitely, Rasford, we'll definitely have a chit chat after the show. Okay, so this person says, dear, I am happy, but where can we in the Gomoro municipality get one? I don't want to believe all is centered in the cities, from Bogolo, from Takinta, Jomoro. I hope I pronounced that right. So they also want to, people who are not in the cities also want to find out where they can also get some of the items. But that will be it. Any final words when it comes to personal security? Anything that you would want to advise people?
There's too much to say, but I'll summarize it.
Yes.
Let's be very mindful of our security, and I would wish to use this opportunity to appeal to us to be careful about what we post on social media. And if you are renting an apartment, this is extremely important. If you are renting an apartment, the first thing you do after you move in is to change the locks. You know, it goes through a lot of hands before you finally get it. There are so many agents involved. You don't know who might have duplicated or who might have taken a copy each Okay, so let us change the locks. And when we invite people to work in our homes, don't let them know you have cash. Okay, always pay them electronically, not bring a wand of cash and remove one for them. They would come back later at night for it, because according to crime statistics, a lot of the people who break into our homes are people we know and they know us. And when you invite artisans, don't give them unfettered access everywhere. Control the movement, especially those scrap dealers who go around looking for. They also sometimes, some of them, look out for opportunities, and in the night they might come back and attack you. So we need to be conscious at all times. It is extremely important. So we are able to ensure our personal security, the security of our family, and of course the security of our communities.
Well, there you have it. Adib Sani, and he's a security analyst and executive director at Jadike Center for Human Security and Peace Building. Thank you very much for having this conversation with us and educating us on how to personally protect ourselves and also depend on some items that can also save our lives in our homes, offices, schools, wherever you find yourself, really and truly. So that's about it for Lifestyle Daily right here on the AM Club. Stay with us. Today's hashtag is coming next, and it's Tribal Tuesday. Do not go anywhere.
Yes. Kane shodoko, Accra. Kane shodoko, Accra. Ima mamubi, Accra. Ima mamubi, Accra. Futu pashima, Accra. Futu pashima, Accra. Ebe pashiwa, Accra. Ebe pashiwa, Accra. When we for 12, I told about stop that. The salmon on the soon near my side. Sorry. Mommy head is. Mommy head is. I feel gummy head is. Gummy head is. Gummy head is. Yeah, but I was no girlfriend, no problem. No girlfriend, no problem. I'm single, not searching. I'm single, not searching. No boyfriend, no problem. No boyfriend, no problem. I'm single, not searching. I'm single, not searching. Farmer woman, farmer woman, farmer woman, farmer woman. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I can banguaba. I can banguaba. I can banguaba. I can banguaba. I can sit tomba. I can sit tomba. I can sit tomba. I can sit tomba. No vitai. No vitai. No vitai. Kane shodoko. Accra. Kane shodoko. Accra. Ni mama mubi. Accra. Ni mama mubi. Accra. Futu pashima. Accra. Futu pashima. Accra. Ebe pashiwa. Accra. Ebe pashiwa. Accra. Stop. Ami pesemo. Accra. Ami pesemo. Accra. Ami show debu. Accra. Ami show debu. Accra. Kenele utuebu. Accra. Utuebu. Accra. Show them something. Accra. Show them something. Accra. Mommy head is. Mommy head is. I feel gummy head is. Gummy head is. Gummy head is. Yeah, but I was soon. I need to shoot down. Now it's about nothing. Bye. What's up for your
Hello guys and welcome to Home Fit. Home Fit is a fitness show designed to take care of all your fitness needs. I'm your trainer Brad and I will be taking you through a series of workouts. After a great workout, let's talk nutrition. What questions are on your mind? Does partisanship permeate every aspect of Ghanaian life? Can Africans truly run their own affairs without a need for foreign aid? Do you have absolute confidence in the ability of security agencies to come to your aid when you need it? Do the emergency lines in this country even work? For answers to these and more, join me, Noang Falong, on MX24.
And you are welcome back to the biggest morning show in the capital. This is the AM Club coming to you live from our Silicon Square studios here in East Legon. We're having so much fun. That was an interesting discussion just gone by. How to protect yourself, personal security. Edma rolling on the floor like she can fight for herself. But we know she can't fight for herself. I'm here for her. Anyways, you're still watching the AM Club. It's now time for Travel Tuesday, and hashtag Travel Tuesday is what we call it. Today we'll be commemorating this year's World Tourism Day, which was celebrated yesterday. World Tourism Day, celebrated every 27th September, is the global observance day fostering awareness of tourism's social, cultural, political, and economic value, and the contribution that the sector can make towards reaching the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, the United Nations World Tourism Organization has therefore designated World Tourism Day 2021 as a day to focus on tourism for inclusive growth. That's this year's theme. Today, we will narrow it to the Ghanaian context and how we can boost the tourism space and achieve inclusive growth through tourism. On the show today, we have, of course, Baba Amo Barima. She is a travel blogger and enthusiast. She describes herself as a girl, West African girl who is, inspiring everybody who has a 9-to-5 job to, make some time and travel and explore some adventure. That's what she's telling us. And then joining us via Zoom, we have Jones Aruna Nelson, who's the Director of Corporate Affairs at the Ghana Tourism Authority on Zoom. Good morning, Jones, if you're there. Let me show you're there. All right, so Jones will join us later. But let me begin the discussion with you. Baba, I went through your Instagram and I can see that, ma'am, you've been having fun. You've been chilling. How can someone with a 9-to-5 chill like this? I mean, hey, but let's get into the discussion of World Tourism Day. Did you see what they did in Hohoi?
Yes,
yesterday?
I did. Yeah.
What would you say, or having done this for a while, what strides would you say we have made in the tourism sector in the last, let's say, 5 years since you started? How long have you been doing this?
That's a very interesting question because I grew up in Cape Coast, so tourism was second nature to me, So just a very touristic scene, my childhood. But back then, I think tourism meant an outward inflow of, the diaspora coming into Ghana, mostly for the arts and culture and the history of Black heritage. The castles, Emancipation, Panafest, and all the likes. And honestly, I think over the years, in recent times, you see tourism evolve from just being an event and, a celebration, a festival, a moment, a school project, excursion, to just being a lifestyle where people like us would just, after a long hard week, you just drive up the Ebri Mountains, catch the view, probably eat fufu on your way.
Do you still do that?
I do.
I do that sometimes.
I do.
Wait, the food joint is the one by the Ebri Gardens.
Yeah, it's a bush canteen.
Chisel man.
Yeah. So honestly, I think tourism has really become a regular activity now. I think maybe back then that was something that was just imagined, and that's our truth today. So it's really impressive.
It's good that you say that. Back then, we understood tourism as, like you said, direct inflow of foreigners or foreign tourists coming into the country. But now it's become a domestic thing. You see young people like yourself with travel blogs, on YouTube, Instagram, traveling the country and enjoying yourself. You have been to, I noticed you've been to different countries.
Yes,
you've been to Senegal, you've been, where have you been? Share with me.
Oh, I have done some West African travel. I'm very, very proud of where I come from, especially West Africa, because I feel like when people talk about tourism in Africa, the traction is mostly on the Southern and Eastern Africa. But there's so much that West Africa has to offer when it comes to tourism. So I have been to Togo, Benin, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire. I'm yet to go to Senegal. I'd love to go to Senegal, yes. And out of the continent, I have been to some countries in Europe, 11 in all. Yeah, the most outstanding for me will always be Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Especially because of the expectation I had of Basel. Right? So obviously I'm Methodist. So when you say Basel Mission, which is the founding mission of the Presbyterian Church, which is like very synonymous with the Methodist Church, I had this connotation that maybe the Basel city was like a little Vatican, and it was far from that.
In terms of structure and...
Well, structures, yes, the churches are still there, beautiful, but most of them are for tourist purposes, not necessarily for worship.
All right.
I mean,
let's bring the conversation back on
to
Ghana, where you've been and you've seen so many places. Where would you say has been your favorite so far in Ghana?
Surprisingly, I think it will be 2018 when I spent my Christmas on the Volta Lake on an island, like just in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not even somewhere that people really know of. So this is an island of, one of the local tourist agencies. And it's not, I mean, I know when you hear island, you think it's something fancy, but this is no electricity, no internet for 3 days, just kayaking 8 kilometers and back, abseiling, rock climbing, capsizing our boats in the middle of the lake, you name it, just a host of adventure.
Okay, so before we get Jones Aruna Nelson, who is the Director of Corporate Affairs of the Ghana Tourism Authority, joining us in this conversation as we marked World Tourism Day yesterday in Ghana, you said you've been to these places. I want to understand how, again, to encourage the guys out there, how do I, a 9-to-5 guy, like you were talking about how I wake up early in the morning to come and do this, who just get up. So take me through. You decide one day that I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to travel. Do you save towards it? Do you plan towards it, or you just go for it? You're not, and do you go alone? Do you call friends along? What do you do?
Yeah. So honestly, because I do have a very busy 9-to-5, I'm not even shy of saying it at all. I wear many hats. My weekends and my leave days is mostly dedicated to travel because of the value I place on travel in the first place. So I think it differs from person to person based on value, right? What it means to you. So I do save towards travel. The same way maybe somebody who's a techie will save towards the latest iPhone 13 and stuff like mine is travel. So every little saving I get is towards travel. So whether it means even local travel, it doesn't have to be something extravagant. Just spending a weekend at Kokobite. And when you go in a group, it's actually cheaper. There are a lot of things that I highlight on my blog, that would help people travel on a budget. So those are the kind of things I always try to come up with,
And what makes you want to just get a plan, like say, I want to do this? Is it just for your blog? It's something that, you love? I don't know what pushes you to do that.
Actually, the blog is as a result of somewhat the challenges or the gaps that I notice whenever I embark on these trips. I see that there isn't a lot of resources out there that, let's say, regulated authorities like Ghana Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism and Art and Culture could capitalize and take center stage of. Like, For instance, when you want to travel, you kind of rely on people's reviews and commercial portals like, let's say, TripAdvisor and the likes, just to have an opinion as to, okay, this is how this place looks like, whether it will meet your expectation or not. So this is just my bid to sort of add to the resources that are really short. And then I add a bilingual touch because I speak French.
You speak French and English, which I found very interesting. I'll come back to you shortly. If you're watching us, this is the AM Club live on MX24. We are discussing the World Tourism Day. It's Travel Tuesday. You know, Tuesdays on the AM Club is for travel, and we're discussing Travel Tuesday with Baba Amo. Let me get it right. Baba Amo Berima. Yeah. The Amo is together with the Berima.
Yeah,
so
it's a
Baba
company.
Amo Berima. She's a travel blogger and enthusiast. We'll also have Director of Corporate Affairs at the GTA joining us to tell us what activities has been earmarked for this year's World Tourism Day or National Tourism Day for Ghana. You were highlighting some of the challenges you have faced beyond resources, like you said, and relying on independent or private blogs like the Travel Advisor guys and all that. What other challenges have you encountered on site when you travel to these places?
That's really interesting. So when you even overcome the challenge of finally getting information you need to decide as to which specific site to go, even the accessibility to the place is a problem, you know. Most of the time, and I'm going to be honest, probably maybe only the Accra-based kind of tourist sites where as a result of development, they are impacted in the positive way, good roads and stuff like that. When you're going deep in country, most of the time, even the roads is a problem. Just a landmark to even locate the place is a problem. And then you get there, still excited because you're motivated to do this. You get there and the site is it looks probably the same as when you visited it during your high school excursion.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Probably the same person taking the tickets is the same person now. Yeah, I have had instances like that, and sometimes it can be quite embarrassing if you have other people joining. You hype the place and you get there and it's not so. But you always find a way to bring in the fun.
Speaking of hyping the place, I went to a place in Keta a couple of months ago. I said, you know what, I don't travel, so I'm going to start that attitude. And I went to a place in Keta. Look, I got there and it was nothing like what I saw.
Oh my God!
Online. I was like, you guys are lying to us, because it looked as if the beach you could actually see the beach from your room.
Wow.
My dear, it was nothing close to that. But we'll have that conversation, and I'm glad to say that we have Jones Aruna Nelson, Director of Corporate Affairs at the Ghana Tourism Authority, via Zoom with us. Good morning, sir. Hello, Mr. Nelson. If you can unmute yourself, we'll be very happy, please.
Hello.
Wonderful. We can hear you.
I've done that. Hello.
Awesome. Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's fine.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what do we say? Happy Tourism Day?
Happy World Tourism Day.
Happy World Tourism Day, indeed.
Happy World Tourism.
Awesome. Jones, can you share with us briefly?
Yeah.
I think ahead of World Tourism Day, we saw some independent organizations making donations to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and all that. So you could tell that private organizations, people are really interested in this tourism value chain. Can you tell us what strides we've made in the tourism sector, at least in the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Good morning to my listeners. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Minister of Tourism, Honorable Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim Awal.
Wonderful.
I see you, Ghana Tourism. The all tourism sector players. I would say that the United Nations World Tourism Day as World Tourism Day, the country is choosing to have the global celebration. So this year was La Côte d'Ivoire in Abidjan, and various countries also celebrated. It is under the theme Tourism for Inclusive Growth. So in Ghana, it was hosted in Bogwa, the Volta region, specifically Bogame, Gledi Bogame, and then Liati Wati. And then we had the Jeba yesterday in Wuli, the waterfalls. So at Wuli, programming and the hiking challenge, where people, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, where people we had hiking, we had to hike through the trails to the Afajato height, so 2,904 feet or 885 meters. So we there was a competition, hiking, we call it Afajato Hiking Challenge. It was introduced this year. So as part of the activities, there were radio discussions prior to that. So nationally, all our 16 regions had it. And then we climaxed it with the Deba, where there were exhibitions of products from the various communities. And then we had some award presentation and then speeches by the chiefs and people. I would say that for the last 5 years, the tourism industry have seen a remarkable improvement until 2020 when COVID-19 set in. This is so because the pandemic hit the tourism sector globally. It's not only Ghana. So the figures dwindle. If you remember or if you recall the year of 2019, that was what the economy generated, as compared to 1.1 million tourists visited Ghana. But 2020 down the line, it came down. Then I would say that I had my sister talking about attractions and all that. Yes, there have been massive improvements if you compare it to last 5 years in terms of infrastructure and all that. And remember, tourism is a multifaceted industry. So it involves roads, manufacturing, services, agri, and all that all comes to play. So until 2017, we brought all of them together. As I speak now, there is what we call the Interministerial Committee chaired by the Minister of Finance. We have Minister of Health, we have Minister of Tourism, all they're coming on board, Minister of Roads, to ensure that tourism plays a vital role in the various economies. So I must say that there has been a massive improvement. And
I must commend GTA as well, because last year we celebrated the World Tourism Day in the Western region, and this time you're doing it in the Volta region. So I think it goes a long way to buttress this year's theme, that is, tourism for inclusive growth. And now, my question to you, could you share with us a little bit this initiative called the Share Ghana, Experience Ghana campaign?
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Yes, thank you very much. That is domestic and regional tourism campaign. You realize that in our part of the world, we rely solely on international tourism. So we get the international tourists visiting coming back to Ghana so that we can increase the foreign exchange earnings. It also brings about job creation, poverty alleviation, and all that. So when the pandemic set in, most countries that rely on international tourism because of the closing of the borders by air, land, and sea, even though the air has been open, it hits our figures. For Ghana, our figures dwindled by almost 70% in terms of arrival. In terms of receipts, it also went down. So we are saying that domestic tourism is the way forward. You see, for Ghana, we have both attractions from mountains to waterfalls and wildlife. You name them. And the fact is that the average Ghanaian wouldn't want to travel specifically for attraction, specifically to go and live in a hotel or eat somewhere, or except funerals and all that. But the campaign seeks to encourage Ghanaians about the fact that we have all the tourism attractions here in Ghana. So we are encouraging each Ghanaian that much as you travel for weddings and funerals, try and locate an attraction, visit there, eat in the restaurant, leave some money in the economy, and that is going to boost the economy. So it is a conscious and a collaborative effort to launch this campaign in order to encourage Ghanaians to travel and to let Ghanaians know that, hey, we have a lot here as compared to other countries. And let us gather our resources together and work together as a team.
Absolutely, and that's why we're excited to have people like Baba, who are taking out of your own pocket, traveling around the country and sharing it on social media for other people to enjoy. But before I let you go, one of the things I know you guys did as part of this year's World Tourism Day is that hiking challenge, which I really want to do. I really want to climb Afajato, which is like what?
I was there. I've done this several. It is very, very interesting. You need to climb the Afajato height. Very, very interesting. I think this is about my 7th or 8th time climbing. Wow. It's very interesting.
I said, Baba, you have to take me.
It tells you about the vicissitudes of life. As you climb, sometimes you need to fall, you need to crawl, you need to lie on a rope. But at the end of the day, when you get there, you become satisfied. So this is an adventure tourism.
Very well. Very well. Unfortunately, Jones, Aaron and Nelson, I wish we had more conversation on this particular topic. We'll definitely bring you back on when it is deemed fit. But thank you very much for joining us. And that is Jones, Aaron and Nelson. He is Director of Corporate Affairs at the Ghana Tourism Authority as we celebrate World Tourism Day. It happened yesterday. Baba, to wrap up with you, what one thing do you think we can do to improve our tourism sector in the country?
On top of my head, digitalization. Just if an authority like Ghana Tourism Authority could take center stage and have like, let's say, a directory of some sorts.
They have to visit Ghana.com?
Yes, but if even I, as a travel enthusiast, don't... there is room, a lot of room for improvement.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And even if, visitghana.org is functional, probably maybe more awareness.
Right.
Because that really is not the first-hand information people would use. People would visit, like, let's say, my blog or other blogs just to get reviews before they do.
Very well.
And if there are platforms like that, if it could appeal to the other West Africans, which means being bilingual.
Right.
Just if there could be some inclusion of French, just to appeal to the masses as well.
Very intelligent. Thank you very much, Baba. When is your next trip and where are you going? Maybe we can join you.
I'm on leave now, so I'm thinking of going to Ebri tomorrow.
Producer, can I go with her? Anyways, Baba Amoberima, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Travel blogger and enthusiast. Thank you, Jones, Aaron, and Nelson for the conversation. Up next is The Plug. We are discussing symphonic music. We're about to enjoy ourselves in the studio, Edma and I. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. This is the AM Club.
Smile too much, I'm way too hot, I'm too spirited, I'm cool tempered. They say my dance is silly, my girls are hips, I love my soccer, all my ladies taste like sugar. I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana. You can take me to London, I'm made in Ghana. To London, I've been in Ghana. You can take me to Lagos, but I've been in Ghana. Fight up and see Kotoka. Boga unity, yeah, Odeka. You can say, boys, I share the temperature. Then you put on some pocket pressure. Now, so still, you did that. I shall one show love, you be man. Boss, who tears, yes, so when I treat the best, now has to some fans, why I Rasta man say one no. From Bode to Accra, one soul. Yeah, see the one do. Kele will in the fire, one bow. Badaman day, they want chop rango. But some few ones day, they want show. Gotta be the gateway, not be the window. Yeah, not Ghana, so for some time. Ever die, Messica, and when you're Jennifer, and I don't know what I'm saying. That's a you will say, you will say. I don't know why you be sad. Oh my God, about the rapper, but you can't never say. I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana, I'm made in Ghana. You can take me to London. I'm made in Ghana. You can take me.
think about all that God has done for me, I can't keep calm. Listen, some of us never thought that we'll still see this day. When you had a small scratch in your throat, you thought that was it. But thanks be to God. Thanks be to God who has kept us alive till this day. If you believe that He's a great and mighty God, come on, shout to the glory of His name. Hey! All right, can we do this together?
My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AM Club, coming to you live from our Silicon Square studio here in East Legon. We're having so much fun in the studio. The music in the background from Joe Metal. Now, you may not have observed, but this one, I know you've heard this before, but this is not the usual synthetic beat you hear made in the studio. This is what they call symphonic music, meaning I don't know what it means. And that's why our guests are here to help us understand what symphonic music is and what the orchestra does and all that. So joining us in the studio is Gideon Donko and Mami Owusua. Guys, welcome and thank you for making time to be with us.
Absolutely.
From Symphonic House?
Music.
Symphonic music. Please help me understand.
Yes.
What is symphonic music? The terms are just...
What are the titles, really? What is it?
Okay, let me just break it down. It's simple.
Okay.
I mean, if you hear symphonic, the first thing that comes into mind is symphony.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but we say we are symphonic music.
Okay.
And the difference between symphony and what we are doing is that we are blending the usual contemporary gospel music that you know with the orchestra to produce a new sound. So symphonic music is just a movement that wants to create the environment for musicians to, experience a new form of music, which is the blend of the normal band that we know and then the orchestra.
So, okay. So is symphony what the orchestra produces? What's the difference? Is there a difference? I know what symphony as a word means when we say something is symphonic, but in terms of music, what is symphony and what is the orchestra?
Well, I mean, as I explained earlier, the orchestra adds to what you like, the usual thing that you know already. So the orchestra adds that beautiful melody, that expression to the usual one that we know already, to give it that new sound, that that symphonic sound that or feel that you get around the music that we know already.
Okay, and why did you go for that? Why did you go for the combination of these two styles? Is there a particular reason?
Well, we wanted to give our audience a new experience. So that's the main goal. And we also wanted to push the agenda of God. Yeah. We're a Christ-centered organization, and so we wanted to bring about a new difference. You know, everybody wants, it's something new that's going to catch new people. Yes. And it's also going to keep the old people wanting more. So that's what we're about creating. We want to create a new experience to keep the old people in the house of God and also get new people to come and listen to us, because like, oh, we've never heard this before. And then people are interested. You were asking, oh, is this an orchestra? People ask questions, and then we have interest, and then we keep pushing our agenda. Which
okay, so how has people been accepting it so far? Has it gotten any positive feedbacks, or they're still adapting to it?
So initially it was, people were curious, like, okay, how are you going to achieve this? How are you going to merge these two? And then when we did our first show, which was last year on the 27th of December, the response was overwhelming, to say the least. People loved the show. People loved the experience. People loved the sound. Because, you know, also these videos were live from the concert. So as the concert was going on, the video was also being shot. So people were like, oh my God, we didn't know we could do both. So far the response has been positive, and I would like to take this platform to say thank you to our audience and our patrons who have been with us for like a year.
Wow.
So we
and the orchestra, are they here in Ghana?
Yes,
were they trained here in Ghana?
Yes, so
everything. So you have a violinist.
Yeah, so it's a string orchestra. So
it's a full orchestra band. So you have those playing cello, violin, the banjo, everything,
all the instruments.
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing. But then,
Mm-hmm.
so is it the feel of doing it live that brings a difference in the music? Because I know some people also back in the days used to record it and just like sing on top of it. So is it the live band feeling that comes with it that makes it more special?
Okay, so for us, we are about the production from beginning to end. So it's the stage, it's the lights, it's the choice of artists, it's the orchestra, it's the backup singers, it's everything in one. It starts from the minute you enter the room to the time you leave. So it's not for us just about the sound. Everything we want to engage all your senses, so that's what makes us different. And that's why
create that
people
experience.
Love that.
Yes, absolutely, that's fantastic. I mean, I've been to a theater before where they were playing, they had like an orchestra, and I was like, oh my God.
And it's a different feeling.
It's a different feeling altogether. And even like when I watch movies such as The Lord of the Rings or you know, movies like that, and they play in the background, and it's like, oh Lord.
And you see, the thing about this is that, you see, there are some people who love the orchestra music, the others who prefer the contemporary one. So this will match all of them, their interests together in one.
Right, and you have a new album, right?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we have about 13 tracks on this album, and it was recorded with artists such as Joe Metal, which we just watched, Akesi Brimpon, Kofi Pepra, MOG Music,
and then
Dunsin Oyekan from Nigeria.
Yeah, sure. Big guy.
I know. So they come on board and they record. I'm very particular about how you guys record. So do you record in the studio or it's live?
It's live. It's live, just as you saw on the stage.
Okay, and so you take experts of the live show and then put it on the album. That's fantastic.
And how challenging is it?
It took a while. Production took a while, because you want quality, and with quality you have to invest time, and you need some certain level of technique. So it was a challenge, but eventually we loved the output, and I hope you do too. So it took time, but eventually we got what we wanted. We think is ready for the Ghanaian market.
Okay, so do you recruit people? Like, let's say if I play, not singing, but let's say if I play an instrument, and I would want to join the group. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure, of course. This year we are planning of doing some auditioning for probably vocalists and maybe some of the band
maybe you never know, maybe I'm not sure. Well, me, I can play the drum.
Okay.
I can also sing.
I know where she's going with this one.
Well, 1 minute pitch, come on.
Anyway, so if we want to get this album, where do we go to?
Okay, so you can find us on all the digital and streaming platforms, for example, Apple, iMusic, Boomplay, Spotify. So that's it. And then you can also watch the videos on YouTube. Feel free.
And what is the name on YouTube?
Symphonic Music.
Symphonic Music. Is that the name on all your social media?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well,
well,
that's great.
Fantastic. That is. So if you're a fan of symphonic music or orchestra, well, there you have it. Symphonic music brings you their 12, is it 12? 13 track album. Go check it out. YouTube, or when it comes out, it will be everywhere. So
it's out. It's
actually out already.
Yes. And also, let me invite you to this year's event as well.
Yes.
He's giving you complimentary, not me.
27 December.
Right.
Yeah, at the Bukom Sports Arena. So
beautiful.
Book that day. So I'll be looking forward to it.
So the tickets,
maybe I'll say pay.
Thank you. Okay, what if I say you are both full members of the AM Club?
So
do we get
Let me talk to the agent.
No problem. Okay, so with the tickets, if somebody, are they out yet? Are they selling yet?
No, they are not out yet.
So, but we are pushing for online tickets. So I know my Ghana people, please, let's try. Because of COVID, we are trying to push online tickets only. So there'll be an online platform, which will be our website, will be out soon, and then there'll be a USD code. Please, when it comes out, please buy online. There'll be very limited tickets at the gate. Please
buy online. That's what.
And as you said, very limited, because this kind of events, I mean, you can't do with, you have to be very careful about
with the safety protocol that one must put into place as well. You need to know the numbers as well. So I totally agree. Well, thank you so much. Symphonic Music right there. Thank you. We've had an amazing show today. We started with Coffee Daily, then we went on to Lifestyle Daily, where we had an amazing conversation on personal security and how to protect yourself. And we had that conversation with
Adib Sani. That's Lifestyle.
You're just looking at me like, sorry, I like to put him on the spot like that. But anyways, and then you did today's hashtag.
Of course, which is Travel Tuesday with the beautiful Baba Amo Berima. We're discussing World Tourism Day, and of course the plug, we're wrapping it up with Mami Owusua and Gideon Donko from Symphonic Music. We are back here tomorrow. It's Fashion Wednesday. I know Edma has already planned. What are you wearing tomorrow?
I don't know, but one way or the other, we will match. We will match. We never plan, but we always match. We never plan, but we always match.
We are very active on social media. Personally, at Godwin Namboh on all social media platforms, and at MX24GH officially on all social media platforms.
Okay, and of course, you already know my name, the one and only Edma Ohima Lawa, and you can reach me on all my social media platforms at Edma Lawa, EDMALAWER.
Please, we are going to eat croissant and watch it. We'll see you.
Oh, by the way, Godwin did fulfill his promise. He lost a game and he fulfilled his promise. He got me watch it today. All the cameramen are looking at me like.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye-bye.